Welcome. Welcome back to the midweek reading. You made it through the midweek hump. I hope that you have been doing okay. I heard before I got on here that the message from our guides was about like letting you know that you decide your fate, right? And that might seem like a lot of pressure, right? But they want you to know that there is guidance available to help you and to help uplift you also. Okay, so good message. We're going to pull some cards and see what they want to tell us. But they really feel like we are on our way to success, and that's moving forward for us. So that's great. Some of you are waiting for like signs of partnership, right? It could be either romantic, or you're waiting for, like me, it could be a work partnership or friends to get into place that are going to help you with some of these goals. Or if you feel like you have been single long and you're looking for your divine partner, that's coming to you. That's going to manifest and come towards you. And the person who's there to partner with you is a compliment to you, is a compliment to what you're looking for in your energy. You know, again, if this is someone, if you're looking for like a guide, like a mentor or a coach, is what I mean, that will also come your way. Be clear when you're asking your guides what it is that you're looking for, right? So maybe you are like, I don't know, wanting to start like a new side hustle or something like that, but you want, you need a partner to work with. Write that down. Like ask your guides when you're talking to them, like, I'm specifically looking for this to help me move forward. But that is the energy is out there for you to manifest. It's a good manifestation period right now. So that definitely will be coming your way. But do be clear about what you're looking for, right? Like maybe you need someone who is a good listener, or maybe you need someone who's a good idea person, but write down exactly what you're, looking for. Maybe you're looking for someone has dogs and is kind with animals, whatever it is, but that's out there. Okay. And again, it's the complement, right? It's that yin and yang, and it's the complement to your own energy. So maybe it's something like, if you wish you were more outgoing, maybe it's somebody who's a little bit more outgoing than you, but it's that good meshing. Okay. Next one is Four of Cups. Okay. And what are they trying to tell us here with the Four of Cups? You have really, I think some of us have been in the moods, okay? Have you felt like you have been running a little bit moody? I know that I think this energy is out there. And I don't know if it's going to commence at this time, for lack of better words. I think some of this is like, again, feeling like some of it is generational, right? Maybe there's some like generational trauma in there. I think some of it is also like, global, like seeing some crazy stuff that's going on out there in the world. And some of it is just feeling like out of sorts, right? And like feeling heightened emotions, which is why I said you might be in the moods, right? Now we're going to pull a few more cards because I think that that's temporary. I don't think that it'll always be that way, but like it's a good, again, always, as I always say, know yourself. So if you tend to run, deep in your thoughts, contemplative, doom scrolling, all this kind of thing, know when you're feeling like you're in one of these moods, so you can kind of bring yourself forward, right? I hope that makes sense. Because there is help. There is support available to you. And I say that because some people want to do everything on their own. They want partnership, right? They want partnership, right? Like, do you know that person who's like, I want a partner. I don't want to do everything by myself. But on the flip side, they do everything themselves. They saying that to you, but they don't really mean it. They're saying it, but then they don't take the help, right? And what the guidance when we first got on here, what I heard was you're not alone. Your guides are there to assist you and to help you, but you have to hold your hand up, right? You have to, turn your hand up to receive as well. So you have to be observant a little bit. So again, I say all this gently because it's easier said than done, right? So our next one is the Seven of Quills here. And this is the Cottage Tarot. So they're nice and like gentle messages. You are gathering up your resources during this time. Because you know that you may need to save for the future your resources. Now, resources could even be like your emotional resources, like your energy, right? Especially like if you have felt, tired and like that there's more coming up, like there's more ahead. And so like lean into that. If you feel like you need to take extra rest or you don't want to do anything on the weekends, then do that, right? Again, that's all gathering of the resources that you're going to need in the future. And I think the reason why they're telling you that is because the next thing we're getting is the Five of Teacups here. And so again, there is a little bit of a feeling of doom and gloom. I know. It's not like the best. You can see someone here looking a little moody. It's not like the best feeling in the world. It's like there is some heaviness and it doesn't move that quickly. And that's going to be sitting with us. So what does that mean? It's like, again, don't exhaust yourself, right? You can say no kindly. Think about overcommitting. Now, and again, maybe in the past, you were like able to do a million things, right? Like in the past, I could bake 2 batches of fresh bread, make my own butter, plus, grow stuff in my garden, and host a dinner all like in one weekend. And now I know myself, right? Like I'm not doing all that. I could maybe do one of those things. It doesn't mean I might never be able to do that again, but now when I look at my to-do list, I immediately start Xing stuff off because, I have good ideas, right? I think like most of us do. And then all of a sudden I'm like, yeah, I'm never doing that. Especially on the weekend when we all need to decompress from, peopling all week. No, we can't be doing that. So I shan't be running any marathons on the weekends, especially, as we're set up in society here, right? We have such limited personal free time after the dreaded work week. So again, know yourself, right? Put boundaries up. And if you maybe like in good faith, you said yes to something, your people, your true friends should know if you need to, if you need to cancel, right? If you can't go to something, you can't attend something. Your people who love you and care for you, they know that, you're having a moment. Maybe you're having 2 moments and like, you're just not on the people vibe right now. Okay. Does that make sense? So I think we're having another week. Now some of these have flipped. So we're going to pull 2 inner peace oracle cards and see if we can find out what kind of inner peace is coming our way. Please let us have peace. Okay. So our first one is, I need to read glasses to see this. Turn your worry into wonder. Surrender to the experience. What possibilities can you dream into reality? And that's what she looks like there. And then our other one was move through your fear. And you can see here's the dark moon with crows, right? So it's hard to find the bits of good, the bits of joy, the bits of light, whatever you want to call it, when it feels, when you feel scared or when it feels like dark, right? And so some people might be having that dark, feeling a lot of dark, heavy energy around them, and like moving through that feels really intense. It feels difficult. It feels uncertain. And moving forward, you can see both of these cards are from different decks, but both people are like at the precipice, right? They're on the cliff, and they're just not sure, right? They're not sure which way they're going. But and moving through that fear energy is not easy, by the way. And that's why your guides in the beginning of this came forward to say, you're not alone. You're not in darkness. I'm here. I'm going to uplift you. I'm going to help you. So even if you don't feel like you have like a in-person team, or you feel like, I think for some of us, we really feel like misunderstood, or like, or like we're surrounded around people where, you know, we might be a little bit different, or like, as I call myself, a misfit. But they want you to know that you may be one, partnerships, right, which we got in the beginning, is coming your way with your people, with your peeps. But also that you can move through all this stuff, even if you're on your own, even if you're sitting on the edge on your own. And yes, when you move past that heavy fear energy, and you start like quieting your mind a little bit more so you can think a little bit, then you really start to see possibility and that wonder in those small things that you maybe didn't know, you didn't see before. And it could be lessons, it could be skills, it could be like the feeling like you're growing karmically, all of those things. But those things will be able to come forward with some stillness, right? So heavy energy for the week, and yet still a positive outlook. Remember, if you're feeling tired this midweek, take a break. Maybe take 2 breaks. Maybe stay home on the weekend if you can. Maybe take an extra rest if you can, right? Take a nap or whatever. But reserve your energy as needed. Okay, that's our message for the midweek. I'll see everyone at the end of the week. Thank you for listening. And again, if you are new here, do consider subscribing and hitting the like button. And I will see you in the next one.